Dear friends, today we are going to see Shiva Shotra 16. Blessed one, he says, Shiva says to Parvati, blessed ones. As the senses are observed in the heart, not in the mind, as the senses are observed in the heart, reach the center of the lotus. So he says, as the senses, 5 senses you know, eating, smelling, hearing, listen, and feeling, all the 5 senses are not observed in the mind. When it is observed in the heart, reach the center of lotus. So here he says the lotus is the heart, the petals are the senses. It starts opening. So once again I say, blessed one, as senses are observed in the heart, reach the center of the lotus. Heart is the lotus. The senses are the petals. It opens. So here, everybody has a different type of mind. Some people mind oriented, some people heart oriented. What is mind oriented? Simply here, mind oriented means what? Always thinking, calculative, being very, very calculative. Heart oriented means you are full, without any thinking, thoughts. You just express your ideas, express your thoughts. Here in this sutra, he says, close all the openings of your head, your nose, your eyes, your mouth, ears. Completely stop the breath. If you can, close your eyes with a mark, a kerchief, ears through a plug, maybe a cotton, you can plug it. Closing your nose through your hands, yes, you can do it. Close your mouth. So as you stop the breath, completely stop it. It is not to be practiced. Suddenly you should do it. See, suddenly if I shout at you, get out of the class, you'll be shocked. But if I say daily, then you understand it's my habit. So you don't mind at all. Suddenly if I say, you'll be shocked. 1 minute everything will be stopped. A jerk happens. Like that, stop your breath completely. Let it be inside. Don't leave it out. So when you keep the breath inside, feel as if the time comes for you to die. Of course, when you don't leave the breath, you may die. But you are trying this technique. You keep it inside. Don't close your nose. Of course, it is fatal, but still, if you want, you can close your nose. At the most, what happens? You go in for unconsciousness. Once you go for unconsciousness, your hands is removed. So inner mechanism always helps you to release what's inside. So you're not going to die. And no one has ever died using this technique. So practicing by closing your eyes, closing your mouth. So at the most you suffocate. You feel you are dying. Suppose if you feel you are dying, you are conscious. So you're not going to die. Suppose if you go for unconsciousness, you remove your hand and the breath goes out. So no way it is going to harm your body or you're not going to die. But the particular moment when you feel that you are about to die, the jerk happens, jerk. No more, this is the death, this is the time. When you experience that second, that moment, what happens? All your senses are stopped. You are in your heart. There comes the inner space. There comes the consciousness which goes inside your heart and says what it is. What is the truth in it? See, once again I am telling, as the senses are observed in the heart, reach the center of the lotus. This is what Shiva says to Parvati. There are two type of persons are there. Who are the two type of persons? One is mind-oriented person and a heart-oriented person. Can you find out who is a mind-oriented person and a heart-oriented person? If you say, I love somebody because, then you are a mind-oriented person. I love him because of something, then you are a mind-oriented person. She is beautiful or he is beautiful. You can say beautiful rather than handsome. He is beautiful or she is beautiful, so I love him or I love her. I love her, she is beautiful. See the phrases? I love her, she is beautiful, I love her. I love her or I love him, he is beautiful. So there is no reason for a heart-oriented person, but there is a reason for mind-oriented person. Mind always has a reason, heart doesn't have a reason. Mind always has an eye. What type of eye? Of course, heart has an eye, but it doesn't see the reason. Daily you see these incidences and you can say whether you are a heart-oriented person or a mind-oriented person. You walk on the street, you see how many thousands of buses and cars and bikes go here and there. One man was fatally struck in an accident. You stand there, you just think the government is not good, the road is not good, government should build a lot of buildings. But a heart-oriented person immediately rushes over there. He takes the patient, puts him in the auto, he goes to the hospital. Whenever an accident happens, you see, only 3 or 4 people will be there attending the accident person. But others will be sitting and blaming the government or blaming the fellow who has hit him. Any other car or a bike. So that person is a heart-oriented, mind-oriented person, and this particular person who comes and helps at the spot is a heart-oriented person. For heart-oriented person, it is always the present, but for the mind-oriented person, it's always future. What should I do? He always blames. He always forms formulas, strategies, plans, what to do. A mind-oriented person can love, even his love is very calculative, it's very planning. He plans everything. I should go for a honeymoon over there, I should do this, I should buy and give this. Everything is programmed. Even his love is a description. But for a heart-oriented person, it is so natural. You ask him, why do you love? I don't know why I love. You ask a mind-oriented person, why do you love? Because he or she is highly educated, very handsome, very talented. That's the reason I love. A heart-oriented person, no. You can feel, of course, anybody. You can just, here is a man, I touch him. If he touches me, if I am a love-oriented person, heart-oriented person, I can feel the love in my heart. I can see the warmness of him. But if he's a mind-oriented person, you touch him, his hands will be cool, because mind is always cool and cold. Heart is always warm. By touching the hands of the persons, you can find out whether they are mind-oriented person or heart-oriented person. A mind-oriented person, always his hands will be cool and cold. Heart-oriented person is warm. When somebody loves him, he immediately feels in his heart. When somebody speaks to him, he understands the message of love. But a mind-oriented person, always very calculative. He says, he speaks to me for money, he speaks to me for something else, he speaks to me for expecting something. Our society concentrates much, very much, on mind development from standard LKG up to post graduation. The mind is focused, mind is trained. There's no place for heart to be trained. Earlier days we had Gurukul systems where the heart is trained. Even now we don't have the moral science subjects. Our ancient systems are heart oriented, but presently everybody are taught mind oriented education, mind oriented training. Mind oriented training is given very much importance because of what? It gives money. You get an amount, salary, profits. Everything is inclusive in the mind oriented training. The jet, aeroplanes, rockets, towers, skyscrapers. Ancient days you see pyramid or Taj Mahal, beautiful churches, wonderful malls. The mind has created. The mind has also created atomic bombs, chemical weapons. He can destroy the world in single second. AK-47. Nobles, he is the producer of the dynamite in World War I and II. His products, both the countries which allies and the countries which were against each other, both the countries were purchasing dynamite from him. The mind has created. The mines, rockets, the pollution, ozone layer, greenhouse effects, all this has been created by the mind. The rapes, teasing, murder, robbery, even that is organized by the mind, developed by the mind. Where is the heart-oriented persons over here? All the ancient religions are heart-oriented. Old religions, Hinduism, Christianity or Islam, all are heart-oriented. Prayer is a heart-oriented. Meditation is a mind-oriented. Prayer is a heart-oriented. Meditation is a mind-oriented. Even prayer, you can say, it is a sort of mind-oriented program based on heart. But nowadays, can you see any heart-oriented prayer? You go to temple, any temple, you just see the people or just listen to them or ask them, what did they pray? They pray for something, they want something. There is no heart-oriented relationship in the prayer. That's what praying is a very, very difficult thing. It's not an easy thing. You go to temple, but you cannot connect with the heart to heart because you are for some purpose. When you aren't for some purpose, you go to temple, it becomes a mind-oriented. Results? Zero. Churches or in mosque or in temples, you don't find heart-oriented prayers. Heart-oriented prayers has become very difficult nowadays. Now we don't have a school, a college or university to give heart-oriented training. Is there any school or college anywhere over here? That is the reason of all these institutions. In America, recession has happened. Who is the creator of this recession? It is all the mind-oriented people who studied in an MBA in Oxford, Harvard and Cambridge. Those are the well-allied people who are the cause for the downfall of or creating economical problems, not only over there in US, even in India. Either you take it all the scams, all the corruption, it's involved by the well-trained, mind-oriented politicians and bureaucrats. So here, my dear friends, in Shubhashitra, the technique says, what should we do? Once you stop all your breath, all your openings going out, you stop it. It should not be practiced. If it's practiced, then it is not going to give any benefit. It should be sudden. Suddenly you stop your breath. Don't allow the breath. You feel a time when you are about to die. The jerk happens. Oh, now I am dead. That is the moment. The jerk happens. Next second you are going to die, you can feel that. That second, all your senses comes to the heart. Your consciousness comes down into your heart. Your heart becomes like a lotus. Each petals are your senses. It opens. It opens. Just imagine yourself. You are reading something in your, or studying about your subject in your room. Cut away your head. Think all those things you studied through to your heart. You watch a movie. Watch through the heart. You speak to a person. Speak through the heart. There will be genuinity inside, in that. A true spirit in that. In modern world you find lovers, of course. It's true. Heart to heart connected. New husband and wife, newly married, or lovers, first time, so get attracted. 3-4 months, maybe 1 year, heart to heart. They forget the past and future, they live in the present. So wonderful, so nice. But here comes the mind. Mind management comes inside. It never allows your heart to function. Mind comes, mind disturbs the heart. Then after that what happens? The fight, problems, issues. So all the problems comes here. When mind comes and takes control of your heart, the relationships starts moving. But even for that one particular period, maybe it may be 3 months or 5 months or 1 year or maybe 5 years, it is able to last because there is a heart-oriented relationship between so and so. So for our mind development we have various institutions, but for the development of heart we don't have. But generally people, when we ask, are you a person who are heart oriented? They say, of course I am heart oriented, of course I love. Everybody will say. Nobody will be ready to say no, I am not mind oriented. Everybody will be ready to say, but nobody will be. I am not a mind oriented, I have a heart, I love, I like to be loved. Of course everybody will like to be loved. But when you just deep inside introspect yourself, or you just observe yourself as an outsider, then you find out you are very, very calculative, and it's the mind which operates you. Speaking to a friend, moving with your parents, or anything and everything, the mind is taken control. If everything is quite all right, then in society, what we find today, it is a heartless society. Heartless society. Earlier days we had the heart, we had the compassion, we had the understanding. But now we are so divided, so mind oriented, so calculative, so material oriented. So my dear friends, in this Shiva Sutra, what Lord Shiva says is, take your breath, control your breath, go inside, whatever you do, do it through your heart. When you are doing anything and everything through heart, you are not related to the past, you are not related to the present, future, you are always related to the present. Mind is always for future. Mind always thinks about past, and according to the past, mind always thinks about future. It is not always in the present. Society, what we need here is a society with heart. A society with heart. You don't bother about others. Be light unto yourself. You understand this. When you clearly observe yourself, there comes a revolution. There comes a flowering inside you. You become the light in the darkness. You become a heart-oriented person. And when you light yourself, when you illuminate yourself, when others see your illumination, they may change. Society, what is society? It is the individuals who are joined together. They are the society. You be the light in the society. This is what Lord Shiva says. Now, I just ask everybody to just close your eyes. 1 minute or 2 minutes. Try to control your breath. Till the time you suffocate, till the time the jerk comes, you are not leaving the breath. Don't bother, you are not going to die. The natural mechanism inside your body will help you to come out of this, and you will leave the breath. Even if you go in for unconsciousness, don't bother. In the times of unconsciousness, what happens? Your breath starts functioning. So, just close your eyes. Control your breath. Stop the breath. Yes, start. Till you feel the jerk, till you feel the next second you are going to die. Don't leave the breath. Yes. Okay. Now relax yourself. So, my dear friends, if you are a heart-oriented person, if you are a feeling type, if you are an emotional person, this technique is very useful for you to understand the reality of life. Now, once again you close your eyes. and just touch your nearby persons. Touch him. Just touch him. Just touch his body. Just touch, feel that your heart is touching. Just touch him and feel that your heart is touching. See the warmth of that touch. It is not that your hands are touching. It is the love. It is the affection. Once the touch, if it is a mind-oriented touch, or if you touch the other person and if you feel cold or cool, it means that person is a mind-oriented person. And if you feel the warmth of the touch, then you can understand that the other person is in true love with you. So it is not that you love somebody, the object doesn't matter, the love matters. It is not the object that matters, whom you love or what you love, but the love matters. So please open your eyes. அன்பான நண்பர்களே, நாம் சிவசூத்திரத்தினுடைய 16வது சூத்திரத்தை பார்க்கிறோம். இங்கே பார்வதி சிவன் சொல்கிறார், ஆசீர்வதிக்கப்பட்டவர்கள் யார் என்று சொன்னால் இதயத்தின் மூலமாக அனைத்து உணர்வுகளையும் பெறக்கூடியவர்கள். இது தாமரையினுடைய மத்திய பகுதிக்கு செல்வது போல. இங்கே தாமரை என்பதை இதயத்தை சொல்கிறார், அதனுடைய இதழ்களை உணர்வுகளை சொல்கிறார். மனிதன் இப்பொழுது பார்த்தீர்கள் என்றால் இதயம் சார்ந்தவன், மூளை சார்ந்தவன் என்று இரண்டாக பிரிக்கப்படுகிறது. அன்றைய காலத்திலே இதயம் சார்ந்த மனிதர்கள் இருந்தார்கள். ஆனால் இப்பொழுது பார்த்தீர்கள் என்றால் மூளை சார்ந்த மனிதர்களாக இருக்கிறார்கள். அனைவரும் எவரும் பணம் பொருள் என்றே பழக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறார்கள். யாரை பார்த்தாலும் அவர்கள் மூலமாக என்ன பலன் கிடைக்கும் என்று எதிர்பார்க்கக்கூடியவர்களை மூளை சார்ந்தவர்கள் என்றும், அன்பை எதிர்பார்த்து பழகக்கூடியவர்களை மனது சம்பந்தப்பட்டவர்கள் என்றும் பிரிக்கிறார் சிவன். தற்காலிகத்திலே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மூளையை மேம்படுத்துவதற்காக பள்ளிக்கூடங்களிலிருந்து பல்கலைக்கழகம் வரை அனைத்து திட்டங்களும் இருக்கிறது. உலகத்தில் இப்பொழுது இருக்கக்கூடிய மிகப்பெரிய ராக்கெட்டுகளும் விமானங்களும் பெரிய பெரிய கட்டிடங்களும் அனைத்தும் இந்த மூளையால் உருவாக்கப்பட்டன. இதே மூளை உலகத்தை அழிக்கக்கூடிய அட்டாமிக் பாம்பும் ஹைட்ரஜன் பாம்பும் கெமிக்கல்ஸும் சுற்றுப்புற சூழ்நிலை பாதிக்கக்கூடிய அனைத்து சுகாதார கேடுகளையும் உருவாக்கி இருக்கிறது இந்த மூளை. இதய வளர்ச்சிக்கு இன்று எங்கும் கல்லூரிகளும் இல்லை, பள்ளிக்கூடங்களும் இல்லை. மனிதன் இதய சார்ந்த நோய்கள், அதாவது இதய நோய் இல்லை, இதயம் சார்ந்த என்றால் அன்பை சார்ந்தவர்கள் யாரும் இல்லாத ஒரு நிலையை பார்க்கிறோம். கோயிலுக்கு சென்றால் சாமி கும்பிடுவது என்பது இதய சார்ந்த ஒரு பிரச்சனை, தவம். ஆனால் அங்கே இதயம் சார்ந்த ஒரு வழிபாடு இல்லை. எதையோ என்று எதிர்பார்த்து தான் செல்கிறார்கள். ஆகையால் இன்று வழிபடுவதற்கும் சாமி கும்பிடுவதற்கும் கூட நம்மால் இயலாத காரியமாக இருக்கிறது. இது சர்ச்சஸ், கிறிஸ்டியானிட்டிலும் சரி, இஸ்லாமிய மதத்திலும் சரி, இந்து மதத்திலும் சரி, இவைகளை பார்க்கிறோம். ஸோ இதற்கு அவர் சொல்லக்கூடிய ஒரு வழிமுறை என்ன என்றால், மூச்சை அடக்கிக்கொள். உன்னுடைய உணர்வுகளும் 7 துவாரங்கள் மூலமாக உன் தலையிலிருந்து அனைத்தையும் அடக்கி கொண்டு எவ்வளவு முடியுமோ அவ்வளவு மூச்சை உள் வாங்கிக்கொள். ஒரு நேரம் வரும், இதற்கு மேல் சாவுதான் ஒரு நிலை என்று வரும் பொழுது உன் உடல் துடிக்கும். அந்த துடிப்பிலே அந்த உணர்வுகளும் இதயத்தில் வந்து விடுகிறது. உள்ளே வந்து உன்னுடைய விழிப்புணர்வு, கான்ஷியஸ்னஸ் என்று சொல்லக்கூடியது உடல் முழுக்க பரவி, அந்த இதயம் முழுக்க பரவி வாழ்க்கை என்றால் என்ன என்ற தத்துவத்தை சொல்கிறது. இது எப்படி என்றால், தாமரை வடிவத்திலே இதயம் இருக்கிறது. அதனுடைய 5 இதழ்கள் தான் உணர்வுகள். அந்த உணர்வுகளும் இதயத்திலே வந்து விடுகிறது. அது மூளையிலிருந்து இதயத்திற்கு வந்து விடுகிறது. எதை செய்தாலும் இதயபூர்வமாக செய்யும் பொழுது அதிலே ஒரு முழுமையை அடைகிறாய். மூளை சார்ந்து செய்கைகள் செய்யும் பொழுது அது எதிர்காலத்தை சம்பந்தப்பட்டதாக இருக்கும் அல்லது இறந்த காலத்தை சம்பந்தப்பட்டதாக இருக்கும். உன்னை நீயே கேட்டுக்கொள், நீ மூளை சார்ந்தவனா அல்லது இதயம் சார்ந்தவனா என்று. இதயம் சார்ந்தவர்களை எப்படி சொல்வார்கள் என்றால், அவனோ அவளோ அழகாக இருக்கிறார்கள், படித்தவராக இருக்கிறார், வசதியாக இருக்கிறார், ஆதலால் நான் காதலிக்கிறேன் என்று சொல்வார்கள். நான் அவரையோ அவர்களையோ காதலிக்கிறேன், ஏனென்று தெரியவில்லை என்று சொல்லக்கூடியவர் இதயபூர்வமானவர்கள். இதயத்திற்கு ஒரு கண் இருக்கிறது, அந்த கண் காரணங்களை பார்க்காது, காரண காரியங்களை பார்க்காது. அது நிகழ்காலத்தில் எதற்கு செய்கிறோம் என்று தெரியாமல் செய்வார்கள். ஸோ இதயம் சார்ந்த கல்வி, இதயம் சார்ந்த படிப்பு, அதைத்தான் சிவன் சொல்கிறார். இந்த தத்துவத்தின் மூலமாக, இவர் சொல்வது மூலமாக விஞ்ஞான பைரவ தந்திரங்கள் 112, அதில் 16வது தத்துவம் இவர் சொல்வது போல செய்யும் பொழுது, தற்காலிகத்திலும் காதல் இருக்கிறது, காதலன் காதலியும் காதலிக்கிறார்கள். அந்த காதல் பார்த்தீர்கள் என்றால் நீண்டு கொண்டு இருக்கிறது. சிலர்களுக்கு 3 மாதங்கள், 6 மாதங்கள், 6 வருடங்கள், ஏன் 20 வருடங்கள் கூட வரும். ஆனால் இதயமும் இருக்கும் பொழுது அது காதல். அந்த இதயத்தை கட்டுப்படுத்துவதற்காக அந்த மூளை வரும் பொழுது, மூளையின் கட்டுப்பாட்டிற்குள் இதயம் வரும் பொழுது அங்கே சண்டை வருகிறது, சச்சரவுகள் வருகிறது, காதலை தொடர விடாது, இதயபூர்வமான உணர்வுகளுக்கு அது தடை விதிக்கிறது. ஸோ இந்த சூத்திரமானது 16வது சூத்திரம். சாவு, அந்த சாவினுடைய நுழைவாயிலில் செல்லும் பொழுது வாழ்க்கையின் ரகசியத்தை அறிந்து கொள்கிறாய். நீ செய்யக்கூடிய செய்கைகள் அனைத்தும் மூளை சம்பந்தமாக நிச்சயமாக இருக்காது, அது இதயபூர்வமாக இருக்கும் என்பது சிவனுடைய சூத்திரம், விஞ்ஞான தந்திர சூத்திரம். இதை நாம் கடைபிடிப்போம். So, my dear friends, I just ask your experience. What is your idea regarding? What do you feel like? You just say the ideas and see what do you feel.
When I close my eyes and take breath inside, something is in between two eyes is rounding and go ahead, and I follow them, and it's look like I'm skating universe, and it's feel very energetic and very happy, brings happiness to me. I'm feeling I'm alone in the universe and traveling all universe. That's all.
Okay, so what do you feel?
According to me, what I feel, when we stop our nose, here and mouth, that time our mind will be alert, and it will be help us to think, and that is a different experience in my life. That's it.
Speak in Hindi also.
जब मैं अपनी आंखें बंद की और सांस को बंद किया तो सामने अंधेरा ही अंधेरा था, और मुझे ये करने के बाद बहुत रिलैक्स महसूस हुआ, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. नाउ आई एम फीलिंग रिलैक्स.
What do you feel?
जब मैंने अपनी 5 ओपनिंग्स, हेड ओपनिंग्स को बंद किया तो एक अलग अनुभव था मेरे लिए. ये एक नया था जो मैंने आज तक पहले कभी ट्राई नहीं किया था. तो ये फर्स्ट टाइम जब मैंने किया तो एक अनोखा अनुभव था मेरे लिए. ये यही कहना चाहूँगा.
Okay, share this. Oh, you can see. Small child. Last.
నేను కళ్ళు మూసుకున్నప్పుడు నా కళ్ళకు ఏం కనపడలేదు, ఓన్లీ శూన్యంగా అనిపించింది. బట్ అంటే ఏం తెలియలేదు, ఏం ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను అనేసి ఏం తెలియలేదు. అమ్మాయిని టచ్ చేసినప్పుడు నా శరీరం కొంచెం వైబ్రేషన్గా అనిపించింది. తెలీదు ఎందుకో అలా అనిపించింది. కొంచెం హ్యాపీనెస్గా అనిపించింది టచ్ చేసినప్పుడు. దట్స్ ఆల్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
நாம் கண்களை மூடி நம்முடைய மூச்சை நிறுத்தி ஒரு 5 நிமிடங்கள் அதன்படி செய்யும் பொழுது நாம் உலகோடு ஒன்றி இருப்பது போல் தோன்றியது. That's all.
Shiva's 16th Sutra is a good technique. It separates persons in two ways. One is mind-oriented person and another one is heart-oriented persons. When I touched her, I feel that I was a heart-oriented person. Then it is a good mind relaxation technique also. It tells about how to control our breath, and when I control my breath until how can I do, and it shake my body also. That's all.
जब मैंने अपने मस्तिष्क के 5 ज्ञानेंद्रियों को बंद किया तो उस समय मुझे सिर्फ अपने मस्तिष्क की जो बेचैनी थी और जो जिन विचारों के कारण मुझे बेचैनी थी वो उसके आखिरी चरम सीमा तक मैं पहुंचा। और उसके बाद जब मैंने सांस लेना आरंभ किया उस समय मैंने पाया कि मेरे मस्तिष्क में जो विचार पहले भरे हुए थे वो रिक्त हो चुके हैं और अब मैं शांति का अनुभव कर सकता हूँ, जिसके कारण और उन विचारों का अभाव में अब मैं अपने नए विचारों को फिर से उसमें भर सकता हूँ, जो कि क्योंकि अब मेरा दिमाग अब रिक्त हो चुका है। अब थैंक यू।
ஆசிரியர் சொன்னது போல எனது ஐம்புலங்களையும் அடக்கும் பொழுது நான் இதய துடிப்பை உணர்ந்தேன். அந்த இதய துடிப்பிலே நான் எனது இதயபூர்வமாக வாழ வேண்டும் என்று ஒரு குறிக்கோளை எழுந்தது போல் மனது அமைதியாக இருந்தது. அந்த அமைதியில் நான் உணர்வோடு நான் பார்த்த நான் வணங்கும் தெய்வத்தை எனது இதயபூர்வமாக உணர்ந்தேன்.
When I close all of my sensors, all of my 5 sensors, it gives a peaceful and silent mind. I'm just skating in the universe, and there is no all of us, and there is no anybody in front of me. I forget all the worries and tension. I just feel a relaxation, and I thought this is the time to get, and whatever I have did in the past, I forget all these things. And I think about the new future. And when I touch my friends, I think there is a heart, and what heart says, I feel it. That's it.